Hello and welcome, beautiful, sacred souls. I am going to speak about a subject that may trigger some people, just so you're aware. For some of you, it will bring deep clarity to things that you have really been seeking. And this topic is on spirituality. So it has been coming to my attention over and over again, to the point of where I am guided to put out a series of, I guess, transmissions on spiritual belief, spiritual practice, being able to receive the energy and interpret it, such as I do. I have a lot of people that have taken mediumship classes from me, channeling classes, those kind of things, healing. And we all have those abilities within us. It's whether or not we have an awareness to it. And we speak about this between the light and the dark. And really the darkness is simply an unawareness. It's not knowing, right? Not knowing. Whereas the light is knowing. It is wisdom. It is that knowing. It is receiving. Okay, more of an understanding. And of course, even working in the light, you're not going to have a total understanding of everything. I mean, that's just a lot. It's a lot. And what I want to speak about today, and this subject is very expansive. So what I want to speak about today is allowing yourself to trust your own knowing, your own gut, okay, your own instincts. You're being asked to trust your own instincts. Now, it has been coming to my attention by several different people I have seen, and I have had other people speak to me about different topics that the gurus are speaking about. And I want you to say that if you resonate with whatever they're saying, that's wonderful. You take it, and if you believe that, you take it. But something that I want to really bring into awareness, and that the divine is really asking me to bring into awareness, is that our experience plays a big part in how we receive, and the way we receive, the way we see things, okay? For example, I had someone bring to me and ask me, what does Archangel Michael look like? Does Archangel Michael carry a sword? Yes. To me, Archangel Michael carries a sword. He's a warrior energy. He has a legion of warriors that work with him. And he is there to help us cut cords, to old things, to clear out negative energy, to set boundaries, those kinds of things. So within our society, we will see a warrior as carrying a sword, but it's not the sword in the way that we see the sword. It is not a steel blade sword. It is a sword of light. It is a sword of truth, which is why we also speak about the air energy when we talk about Archangel Michael and his legion. Okay, we can the sword of truth can also be like the tongue, right? Can also be the sword of truth. So I just want you to be really aware when we're talking about these things, how you see things. We are brought things in a way that we are able to relate to them that do not frighten us. They will manifest to us in a way that is comfortable for us because they are in their energetics. Okay, so for example, for me, when I call in the angels, or when I see Archangel Michael come into me, although I see a form of Archangel Michael when I'm talking about him, I can see him as a form in my mind's eye. I see him, but Archangel Michael makes me aware that he is here by showing me a really deep blue flash. And it can even be blotches of blue that I see sometimes in my outer world. Sometimes I'll have them, if where I'm looking, I'll have a big blotch of blue hit. And it's kind of like for me saying, pay attention to what's going on here. You may have to defend something. You may have to do, something like that. Or just to know, don't get in your head about being fearful about this, because we are here protecting you, guiding you. Okay. So this is a really important subject for you when it comes to your spirituality, of how you see things. And the best way for you to be able to do that is to sit within a meditation. And I do this with my students when we first start at a beginner's level, okay, of mediumship. And everybody has the ability, okay? So don't say, oh, I don't have the ability. You do have the ability. You just haven't really tapped into it, or you doubt yourself. All of these things create blockages for us to be able to do this, okay? There are things that we need to heal within ourselves, beliefs that we need to heal within ourselves in order to see that. Like, for example, if you think you can't see an angel, you can't. Okay? Because your belief will stop you. And if something happens, you will explain it away by something else. Because you have been taught not to believe that in some way. Something has been fed to you in that way that is creating a blockage. However that is for you, it's different for everyone, okay? Some people have no problem seeing angels, but when I begin to talk about other light beings, okay, like from different star systems, like maybe the Pleiadians or the Arcturians or the Lyrans or different ones like that, people are like, and it's kind of funny because we really don't have any difficulty believing in the devil, but we have difficulty believing in all these celestial beings, that they are around us, and that they are here with light, they are here with love, they are here to help and guide us upon our path. So I really suggest, if you want to really get in touch with your feelings on things and how you see things, to really begin to do some meditation and align your chakras, and then begin to ask. I typically would ask that the energy is completely cleared around us, that there is nothing within our aura, and then expand our aura and ask. For example, ask Archangel Michael, can you please step into the aura of the group? And when Archangel Michael does that, you will notice the change in the energy if you are tuned in and tapped into the energy. So if you tap into it beforehand, okay, and you feel everything around you, all your senses, okay, close your eyes, because as soon as you have your eyes open, you're distracted, you're not present. Which is why a lot of the channelers will close their eyes, because they are distracted. I do it a lot too when I'm channeling. I will close my eyes as well. Although I can channel messages when I'm working, and I can hear it and channel the messages that way. But if I'm doing a direct transmission of a channel, I close my eyes, because there is no distraction. And that way I am just in tune with all of the energies, all of my senses, okay, my feeling, my taste, my smell, my hearing, my knowing, okay. The difference in the temperatures, things like that might change, whatever that is, and pay attention to all of those things, okay. And begin to check that out as you go and feel, what do I feel about that? And if you're listening to somebody that is saying something that you don't believe, it doesn't mean that everything about them is untrue. It is, they are simply seeing it from their perspective. And our perspective is biased by what we have experienced, by what we have learned within our life. And there's not a lot of people that can move past that bias, and especially when they really have the need to be right. And I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? I am channeled a lot of information, but really I know nothing. Okay? And when somebody starts to tell you that they know everything, that they're right, that is a flag. That is a flag for you, because you are not allowing yourself to expand past their consciousness. Okay? You are again giving your power to somebody else for your belief system. Okay? Now, of course, when we're in a class and we're teaching and we're mentoring, we may do things a certain way, right, as an exercise of learning. But it certainly doesn't mean it is the only way. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I looked up and I saw the clock said 10:44, which again is the chosen, the 144. And I actually had this happen to me, to where I was told to let go of all my senses, and I felt like I was doing things wrong because I wasn't doing it in the way that the facilitator was telling me to do it, even though I had great success in doing it in my own way. So whatever and this is really difficult in my throat to talk about, because everybody has their own way of doing things, and I'm certainly not in a position to judge anyone, and I'm not judging anyone. I just know that for me, it kind of put me back to where I felt like I had to close off part of myself in order to participate. And I probably shouldn't have even been in that class anyway, because I had already moved beyond it. But in order to be in the class I wanted to be in, I had to take this class. Which, anyway, I'm not going to go there. But don't, unless it resonates with you, allow somebody else to shut you down with how you do things or how you see things. Because it is all an individual perspective, and we all receive differently. Okay? Different things mean different things to us. Okay? If you had a Christmas that was really prosperous and beautiful, Christmas to you signifies a really happy time. But if there was somebody that had really sorrowful Christmases where they felt a lot of lack and anxiety and pain, then it's a totally different meaning when they are showing a picture of Christmas. Right? So we need to trust our own instincts, what we have done, how we have lived, how we feel in that moment, and what we are feeling in that. Okay. This is really, and I don't know, I've been having a little bit of a difficulty putting things out like this and really speaking through authenticity through myself, because there's so many people out there that are considered gurus and have, thousands and thousands and thousands, even some of them have 1 million followers, and they're just really, really popular. And, a lot of what I receive goes against some of the things that I hear them talking about, because there's more than one way. There's more than one way. And we each are different. We're different for a reason. Okay? So this is difficult to bring through. But right now, something else that Spirit wants me to bring through is the struggle of metamorphosis that we are currently in. We are moving through a period of metamorphosis where we are changing. Even our body is changing. Our body is upgrading, and I have definitely noticed this myself. And again, 144 here. I have noticed this myself as I have been kind of in a pause as well. And those that follow me may have noticed that my readings have been a little bit sporadic. And it's because I'm kind of in between changing the way things will be and what my offerings will be. I've had so many people reaching out to me, asking me for, personal sessions. And I'm just not sure how I'm going to offer that yet at this time. I do work online. I also love to work in person and in groups. And I'm really, really looking into the group sessions again for those of you that may be interested in something like that. It's a little bit more financially viable for those of you that may not have those funds available to you for a personal one-on-one. So there is a great state of metamorphosis that is happening right now, and it's happening throughout the world. There's an energy going throughout the world that is changing, where a lot of people are sitting in a space of not knowing. Okay? A pause. And we need to be okay with sitting in that pause. I've been in that pause many, many times throughout my life, and especially throughout my spiritual journey. I've been in that pause. And they really say not to move too quickly when you're in that pause, because you don't want to make a decision when you receive something, to make a decision about something that you're not going to be happy about doing. That's how you become, bouncing kind of from one thing to the next, not being able to really find your niche. And I know that I have been on social media for quite some time with YouTube, and I was also on Facebook platform too. And when I was on Facebook platform, like, I had tens of thousands of people coming onto my videos, and I'm certainly not getting anywhere near that on YouTube. I'm having a hard time even getting subscribers on YouTube or getting views on YouTube, in all honesty. And I am really questioning my purpose in doing this, and if I should be looking for something different or another way of reaching out, and another way of teaching, perhaps. I mean, I can't believe that my collective is this small. I mean, I know we're all unique, but I can't believe that it is that small. I mean, we should have at least 144,000 within our collective for our, for our oversoul, for our experiences. Anyway, I just feel like I'm just kind of talking here, but it's really important that we realize that we follow our own intuition, our own gut instinct, and that we don't allow others to make those decisions for us in our life, to say, this is how this is, because I saw it. Okay? That's how that person may see it, because that is how it manifested for them. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to manifest for you in the same way. I don't take a lot of stock in, when I listen to somebody else and they'll say, oh, this race looks like this, and this race looks like this, and this race looks like this, kind of thing. I go by the feel of what I feel, the energy when the energies come in to me. And I think that is the most important thing, that you feel into the energy, and then whatever visual you get with that, accept that as that, without thinking that you're wrong because somebody else doesn't see it that way. As long as you are tapping into that energy of that collective, it doesn't really matter how you see them. Like they're giving me the saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Right? And we all see things very different. We always all see beauty differently. We see power differently. Okay? We all see things differently. So our perspective will definitely have an effect on how we see things, how it manifests within our mind to some degree. Okay? Okay, I am going to end with a light language transmission. Just looking out my window here, I can hear the birds and there's some kind of a bug. We had a torrential downpour here today, you guys. It wasn't good. Anyway, I mean, it's good that we got the rain, but it wasn't good. There's not good drainage systems and stuff here. It wasn't very good. Anyway, let's prepare for the light code transmission, the codes and keys. Okay. And again, this is a feeling. The language doesn't make sense to you. It is an energy that is expressed through me through certain sounds. Okay. My hands are just burning up. Golden Dragon has stepped in here, almost depicted through my right arm here as I'm doing this. My arm just kind of turned into a dragon. Ora shi shana ora ki shnai ora horokana ora hiha shina kishnai roka torani shikli hai ikana o naya tora o kana ihai to shinahana obrekani shina dina nakni hara harish akuna awana ikana ishna awana ora ikana o hara o kana mai shish kurahihana Taratishna ohana ariana aishna onahana Hishna Tohasha Naya Mahara Kiha Okana Shinahana Arihana Torah Shana Kikana Toraya Toshana Avishna, Avishna, Avihai, Avihai, Anish, Nakanaya, Nakanaya, Avray, Shishna, Avanaha, Avana, Ashna, Hanaya, Koha, Shushan, 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 Arai, Arish, Arish, Nikanana, Ari, 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 Sopane, 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 Akari, Sopane, 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 Sosane, 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 Toshinina, Toshinina, Abrahana, Abrahana, Awihai, Awihai, Shishana, Kora, Karabi, Kana, Bikana, Awane, Shashanai, Awane, Shikara, Awane, Abikanai, Haya, Torashna, 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 Awishnai, 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 Awishnai. That was really interesting because that was a form of the connection of the dragon kundalini that I have spoken about several times that came to me over a year ago and began its unity. Oh my goodness, we got some stuff going on inside here. So the energy that was brought was that, that rising of that kundalini, and then the cleansing. Okay, the cleansing. The dragons are fire, really fire. They hold that fire element as well. They hold actually all elements, but they hold the ability to be able to burn away and transmute energy, and that's what this was about that they had me do. And it was so interesting because after they grounded me, and they always use the same phrase to ground me, and then they brought in like freedom, like it was kind of like the soaring of the eagle, the freedom of the bird, right? something about wings on flight or something like that. You know, getting your wings, you know, within that rebirth. It was incredibly beautiful to experience, but that, you know, that soaring, that higher perspective. So I want to thank you guys for honoring me, you know, to be able to tap into the energy and to be able to bring these channelings to you, these transmissions that are brought through me when I'm guided to come on here. I am so honored to bring forward these light codes as well, to be able to help you to upgrade, because that is what this is about. This is not just about, you know, the shadow. This is about the upgrade. This is about moving into your gifts, your limitlessness, your possibilities. And I am truly honored to be able to channel that energy to do that. Sometimes I have a hard time believing that I can when I get into those states of doubt, you know, wondering, you know, how am I worthy of this? Right? How am I worthy of this? And that tells me that the collective is asking. Collective is asking that question. So when I hear those questions, I feel like I must come on and move in to spirit. The dogs are agreeing. They are saying, get out of here, unworthiness and doubt. There. As soon as I talked about it, they're gone. As soon as I mentioned them. So yes, get out of here, unworthiness and doubt. Bringing in confidence and your soul's light. Thank you for blessing me with your presence. Thank you for all that you do every day just by being here and shining your light, for loving. Sending you so much love. May you be blessed. And remember to let love be your guide.